Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It is Monday morning and my favorite style of video, what sold on eBay. I have some of the coolest stuff that sold on eBay this weekend and some of the fastest sellers possible. Many of these items I picked up in the last week. Some of them I picked up in the last 48 hours. So these are definite items to watch for when you're sourcing. And if you don't find these exact items, take a look at the category altogether. You're going to notice that some of these items, it's because it's part of that category. For example, Logitech remotes. This is a serious bolo. This particular remote, maybe not. It's only worth about 25 bucks. But Logitech smart remotes are a serious bolo. Probably one of the top ones on my list because they sell for upwards of over $100 if you have a certain model. So this exact one, sure, grab it if you can get it cheap enough. But overall, Logitech remotes, always look for it. So that's going to be quite a few items in here that it may not be this exact one, but it opens up your mind to items in that category to watch for to sell on eBay. I am continuously learning this business. I am starting to learn more in kind of the beauty industry kind of stuff. So I'll start showing a few more of those in my videos, but you're going to see a lot of electronics. You're going to see a lot of household stuff. Those are the things that I naturally gravitate to, but doesn't mean you can't look outside the box at other brands and other categories, niches that you particularly know. All right, so I already showed you this Logitech remote. It was a bulk deal, so I might have paid $3 or $4 for it. It sold for 21. I had it listed at 25. I took an offer. I got it cheap enough. I just want to get rid of it. I'm in the business of flipping, not in the business of storing. Okay, we've got another remote. This is a Panasonic remote, not a huge bolo, but my remotes at my local thrift store are 25 cents. So if a remote is worth more than $10, I grab it. These little guys, they sell all day long for 10, sometimes up to $30, depending on the remote. This particular one was actually $15, and I paid a quarter. Okay, then we've got a camera. I picked this up about, I think it was 2 weeks ago at a community sale. I paid $5 and the thing didn't work. If it worked, it would have been worth over $50. But I get it to power on and then it immediately shut down. Or it would power on, extend the lens, and then shut down. I tried new batteries. Obviously, that's first troubleshooting. Did you check the battery? But it still didn't fix the issue. So there's some kind of gremlin with this. I put that in my listing. It's still sold for $17. So cameras are definitely a bolo. Same thing. This particular one may not be amazing to grab, but always look up those old 35mm cameras. Okay, we've got head covers. This is another bread and butter for me. I find these for 30 cents in my local thrift store. And again, if they're worth more than 10 bucks, I grab them. And usually I just grab the ones that are all the name brand. Your Callaway, your Titleist, Nike, Odyssey for putters, Ping. I think that covers the main brands of golf. And their head covers are always going to be worth more than 10 bucks. I'll put an asterisk because some of them could be less, but generally speaking, when it's a high-end golf club, the head cover is worth as much as well. Okay, not as much. I didn't mean to say that. It's worth more than, say, an off-brand head cover. So, all right, this guy sold for $12. Again, I'm in at 30 cents. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a super fast seller. This guy here, I just picked up on Saturday at an estate sale. It was $10. It's a complete set of Get Smart, complete series, 25 disc. I love media because it's super easy to ship, and this was still sealed. So brand new sealed media, always look it up. This guy, I listed it for $60 and took an offer of $53. Again, I paid $10 for it, so it's kind of big. I want to get it out of my store. If someone wanted it for $7 off, I'm still happy with my $40-something profit. I don't want to skip anything. I know this is going to be a longer video, but there are so many random things that I want to make sure I go over everything. So thank you so much for staying tuned when some of these videos get long. We've got a racket. This is a racquetball racket. I picked up a set of, I think he had 5 of them. I paid $5 each for 4, and then he threw in a 5th one for free. So if we want to do the law of average, I paid $4 each. So $4. It was in really, really good condition. It has its cover. Racquetball is, it's a good niche to look at. Same with tennis, same with pickleball. These active sports, people pay up for some really nice gear. And if they can't afford to buy it new, they're going to look to eBay for used. It's really light, so I'll be able to put it in, if I don't have a normal box, I can take 2 of the priority mail, and they call them game boxes, board game boxes. I don't remember what they call them, but there's 2 of them, and you can just kind of Frankenbox it together. These are super easy to ship. I paid 4, sold for 25. Sorry, I didn't say that. Okay, J Socks. Where'd you go? Down here. I gotta keep it in order or I'm gonna get lost on my orders page. I picked these up at my local Amazon bins. I paid $3 and I found 2 of them. I listed them as new, but I did show pictures of it open. So I sold one before and the guy gave me a negative feedback saying it was open. You see the pictures. I took pictures of the inside of the box. I can't do that unless I open it. So he gave me negative feedback. I tried to reach out to him to make it better. He never reached out. So either way, I paid $3 and it sold for $25. I like picking up multiple quantities of the same thing because you only have to list the item once and you can sell it multiple times. I like to say that a lot in my videos because that's one of my favorite things to do. All right, we got a Kindle. Where's your Kindle? It is already wrapped because I already sold it. This guy sold to a buyer who did not put their apartment number in it. So it got returned to sender. I refunded that buyer minus shipping because it's not my fault they didn't put the apartment number in there. So I just left it packaged. You're going to see it in the listing above. And I paid $10 and it sold for $50. It's one of the newer Kindles, 7th generation. Pay attention with Kindles because Amazon is no longer supporting the older models. They have one that has a keyboard on it. Those used to be really good, really sought after, worth like $30-$40. But now Amazon has decided they're not going to support it anymore. I mean, it's Kindle. These are books that take hardly any data. I don't know why they're not supporting it, but because they're not supporting it, they're worthless. They're useless. You can't even load anything to it. You can't even log into your Amazon account. So, make sure it's one of the newer ones when you're buying it. I think those others were like 3rd or 4th generation. So I would stick to the 5th, 6th, or 7th generation of Amazon Kindle. So this is one of the newer ones and that shouldn't have any issues. Make sure it's also deregistered. So deregister it and you'll see in the menu, it'll say registered to, and if it says someone's name, you need to deregister. Otherwise, it'll say something like ready to register or sign in to register. To make sure it's not tied to somebody else's Amazon account. Okay, so we've got a camera lens. I'm telling you, there's a crazy amount. Did I tell you how many sold? I had 23 orders this weekend, you guys. I don't even know if I'm halfway. So 23 orders for almost $1,400 in gross profit, or over when I include my Mercari sale. All right, let's keep rolling. Tokyo, Japan, lens. This was in a bundle of cameras, and I think I paid $10 or $15. So I'll say this is maybe a $5 cost of good. Just a good-looking camera lens, and it sold for $40. Okay. We've got an earwax cleaner. This is called a B-Bird Note 5 Pro. You hook it up to your smartphone, and you can see inside your ear canal. Weird. But I just picked this up on Friday. Amazon bins, $15 day. And it is open box, but I took a picture of everything that's in it. Sold it for $60. If it was sealed brand new, it probably would have got close to $100. But because it is open box, I did drop the price down. I also took some rubbing alcohol, some isopropyl alcohol. I'll show you that. This is what I use to clean and disinfect anything. It is 91% alcohol. So I put it on a little Q-tip, and where the earpiece is, I just kind of disinfected around there. Just a courtesy in case someone did stick it in their ear canal. but it didn't look used. It had all of its sealed ear covers that actually go in the ear. Those were all sealed. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Sold for 60 bucks. Just random. Totally random. We've got some foot orthotics. These were brand new sealed. 2 of them that were identical. I bought these at my Amazon bin. I paid $3 each. So $6, and I got 50 bucks for the pair. We got a Schumacher battery charger. I just picked this up on Thursday, the same day that I got that Logitech remote. It was at an estate sale. I paid $4 for this charger, and it sold for $40. Schumacher is a really good brand when you're buying battery chargers, but they have a beautiful thing called a barcode, so you can scan it in the eBay app and see what these guys are worth. Okay, we've got Time Life. I sell these all day long. I love buying Time Life collections. I can't even tell you how many I've sold. Probably over a dozen of these Time Life sets. I pick them up for usually $2 or $3. I think this one, if my spreadsheet is correct, I might have paid $4 for it. And it sold for 22 bucks. All the discs are in there. It's got its case. Money. All right. Super, super fast sale. I picked this guy up also on Saturday. It is a Good Feet arch support. So I picked this up at an estate sale, and it was marked with this $25. I about died. When I opened it up and I saw all 3 boxes, I couldn't pay fast enough. 25 bucks. I get to the car. Amateur mistake. Do this before you pay for your item, Jennifer. I get to the car. These 2 boxes are empty. They're empty. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go in, talk to them, tell them what happened, and see if they'll do anything. Worst case, I'd pay 25 bucks for 1 pair. Not the worst case, but yes, I'm going to go ask. Doesn't hurt to ask. So I head in, and it was a smaller estate company. It wasn't one of the big giant ones that we have down in Tucson. So it was a smaller company, and I just explained what I did, and this older gentleman is like, just make it right with her. Make it right with her. So I'm like, I'm sorry, I should have looked. He's like, no, I should have looked before I priced it. So he was taking total blame, even though I'm the one that made the mistake of not looking before I purchased it, and he completely made it right. He ended up refunding $19 back, so I only paid $6 for the 1 pair. Because I wouldn't have paid $25 for 1 pair. And yes, if it was all 3, 100%, I was thrilled. This would have sold for like $300. But it didn't have all 3 pairs. I was still happy to pay the $6. I probably would have still been happy to pay the $25, just a little less happy, but extra happy to pay the $6. And these guys still sold for $90. It is a pair of orthotics, Good Feet store. They're expensive. These suckers are expensive. So 1 pair, they were new, sold for 90 bucks. All right, what else we got here? Apple TV. This one a week ago at my parking lot sale. I went to a country club parking lot sale about a week ago, and this Apple TV was $1. It is a 4K Apple TV. So this is the newer one, and it sold for 50 bucks. Apple used to keep its value a little better on these, but I'm still happy with $50 when I paid $1 for it. All right, we've got an album. Albums are always good to grab, especially the newer ones. So any of the new rock, new alternative, any of the new brands. Like I've sold a Taylor Swift album. I've sold Ed Sheeran album. Who else? Yeah, so new artists. People pay up for their albums, as well as I'm sure some of the classic ones as well. But definitely look up albums. Don't sleep on vinyl. This is a 2-piece collection. I paid 50 cents at a yard sale, and it sold for 20 bucks. To ship these, I'm going to take 2 solid pieces of cardboard, sandwich it, and just tape the edges. These have made it perfect. I'm not going to pay up for fancy record boxes. As long as you use solid cardboard, you're not using flimsy cardboard, so it keeps its shape. I also write on there, do not bend, so it doesn't accidentally get sent through a machine, and I've had no issues with my shipping. So $20, and they're actually pretty easy to ship. All right, we've got a Bluetooth receiver. I don't even know what you would do with it. I guess you set it up to your car, and it makes it where your car can be Bluetooth. I mean, it is what it is. Bluetooth receiver, Amazon bins find. I paid $15 for it, and it sold for $47. So not a huge flip, but with my with the bins, you know these items are selling because they already sold. So as far as some stuff more on Amazon, some stuff more on eBay, I only sell on eBay or sometimes Mercari, but you want to make sure that the item is new. That's one of the kind of rules to get the most out of it. So this guy was new. I paid $15 to turn it into 50 and pretty quick. I'd say within 3 weeks or so. We've got a Dyson battery. I got this at my local thrift. I paid $6 for a whole box of Dyson parts. I parted them all out, $30 for this one battery. Here's a doozy for you. I love selling flatware, silverware. These are Oneida 1810 flatware. If you've been watching me for any time, I have sold so much from this set. It was a set of, I might swap that one out. It's kind of icky at the bottom. A set of, gosh, I've sold this probably 2 or 3 times before. And they sell for like, how much am I getting? $99 a set. And I've got 2 of them right here. So $199 for 2 sets of teaspoons. One of them right here looks like it did get some garbage disposal chipping. So I'm going to take this one and put it back in the box and swap it. I am listing these as used, so they're not in perfect condition. But I want to make sure that this person gets one of the better ones. So $200 for 8 teaspoons, you guys. There is serious money to be made in Oneida flatware. Okay. Saucepan. This one is a scan pan. It caught my eye because it's heavy and it's solid and it's just, it feels like quality. So I looked it up. I paid $6. It sold for $50. I don't even know who makes this. So I've never seen this brand before. But again, it was quality, so that's why I looked it up. All right. We've got a sleep apnea CPAP cleaning sanitation device, Sleep 8. I had no idea what it was. It was sitting on someone's table, garage sale, $10. And you just put your mask in it, run this little thing, and it cleans and sanitizes your masks. So I've sold the actual CPAP cleaners, it's called So Clean, and those go for about $30 to $40. They're becoming less and less. During COVID, they were selling really good, but this particular one sold for $76. So $10 into $76. I've had it for probably, I'll say close to a year. I've had it for a while. I was getting a lot of lowball offers, but I held on to it and it finally sold for $76. Oh my goodness, we are almost done. Okay, Zebra. Oh man, this one is a crazy one. It is a charger cradle base. That's all it is. There is no charger thing. It goes to like a little scanner. So there's no scanner. There's no power. There is nothing. It is just the base. I paid $1. This was the very first time I went to my Amazon bins. I paid $1. I had no idea what it was. No one else had no idea what it was. I looked this guy up. It is a Zebra. What is it called? A Zebra cradle and just a bunch of numbers, okay? It sold for $125. This little piece. And I took an offer. I think I had it listed at $150. So I took an offer. I've had this thing for, how long have I gone to the bins? Maybe 6 months? No, not even that long. 3 months? And yeah, $125. That was just laughable. Like, oh my goodness. And I saved the best for last. I say it's my best because how easy these were to sell. All right, these are doTERRA Slim and Sassy brand new essential oils. I paid $1 a piece at an estate sale later in the day. That was the best part of this. I wasn't on time. I didn't even know this sale was happening. So I happened to pass a sign on the side of the road. They did not do very much advertising, and I paid $1 a piece. So $2, and this set sold for $75. I already sold 2 other sets. So I had a total of 6 of them. So I don't even want to do math right now, but like almost $250. Wow, on some essential oils, you guys. Unbelievable. All right, and then the final sale goes to Macari Frontline Flea. You cannot sell these on eBay. It got kicked off. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because one of them is open. I don't remember why. They yelled at me. I got kicked off of it. So I put it on Macari, and this set sold for $40. So my friends, if you've made it this long, make sure you are subscribed to this channel because I do all these reselling videos from what sold to out in the field sourcing. And I feel like I give a lot of tidbits if you're starting out as a reseller. One of those tidbits is my free download. Down in the description and usually pinned in the comments is a free BOLO list that is my gift to you as a viewer. It is a top list of all the items, not all because I'm still learning, but a top list of brands, top brands to sell on eBay. Great for a new seller, great for anybody wanting to expand on their niches. Those are brands to watch for that I watch for sourcing for my eBay business. And it's yours free down in the description. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching. This was a doozy. 23 items, 24 when I count the Macari sale, and I've got some packing to do. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope everyone has a wonderful week. See you next time.